welcome back, my friends, to my last brain cell. And as you can hear, yeah, your boy, he's still pretty messed up from that vid. You feel me? Um, Before I ask my question for the day, man, I've been feeling real sleepy these last couple of days, so I've been um taking a lot of naps. So today, because I knew I had to record, I made sure to pour up some Dubby. I bought a new flavor. Hold on, I gotta check this one out. This one's called Beachin' Peach, and it's a mango white peach cooler flavor. Y'all, it's delicious. I don't think I've ever had a flavor more delicious. Yeah, the other jar was the pine berry splash, and for the hydro. So yeah, had to grab that again. But y'all, this beach and peach, it's absolutely delicious. It's absolutely delicious. Yeah, it's and I kind of feel it helping. It's kind of waking me up a little bit, so I'm real grateful. So as I put this thing together, when I was looking at the instructions and stuff, it said I needed like this certain thing, and I was like, "There's no way I actually need that, right?" And then I did some more research. I asked my friend, and he was like, "Nah, man, you don't really need that." And I was like, "Cool." But yeah. So my question for the day is if sorry y'all, talking sometimes it gets really tiring. All right. If you um had to only eat one food for the rest of your life. And I know it sounds like a very simple question, but if you had to only eat one food for the rest of your life, what food would it be and why? Right? Like, what food do you think you would 100% eat for the rest of your life? I think for me, if I can only eat one food, and when I say one food, I mean like no additives, right? So if you're saying cereal for whoa for only you know what reason, if you're saying cereal, right, that means that you are talking about a box of cereal. You don't have milk with this cereal. I said one food. I hope I said food and not meal, right? You can only have just the cereal. You can't have milk with it or whatever you use for your cereal. Yeah. So what food would that be? And I think for me, if I had to only have one food for the rest of my life, it'd be steak. I growing up, um, my mom and my dad didn't really have my brother and I eating meat. We were vegetarian, like as kids, so I didn't really have like steak and stuff or chicken or things like that. When my dad left, my mom like experimented with like chicken with us, and we had like chicken and turkey, and that was it. Sometimes when we would go to family functions, we would have beef, but that was usually like it, right? So as I got older, I allow myself, I guess, for lack of a better word, to eat all the foods that I want, and I abstain for the most part from pork. But damn, I love bacon and I love pepperoni too. I'm not really big a fan of like pork chops or like pulled pork. That's not really my bag. But some bacon, some pepperoni, yeah, I could mess with that hardcore. You feel me? But anyway, this is really interesting putting this together. So yeah, so now that I'm older and I've had, some of these other foods, one food I really have grown to enjoy is steak. I think I make a pretty good steak, and now okay, I'm gonna out myself here. When I was growing up and like eating these things, when I used to go out for steak, I was that person who got my steak well done. I'm not even really ashamed to admit it. I didn't know no better. It's not my fault. I wasn't, you know what I mean? I didn't grow up in that culture. It just didn't make sense to me why someone would want to eat their food while it was still literally bleeding. I wasn't educated. But now that I'm an adult, oh, this shit is hard to get out. What the fuck? There it goes. Now that I'm an adult, I understand what a well steak, a well cooked steak is and looks like, and what to expect from that, right? So, yeah, man. Now I get my steak like medium well. I don't go rare yet. I'm not there mentally. I don't know if I ever will be. Maybe one day, but damn, but not right now. But yeah, so for my birthday coming up, and trust me, and I'm not even sorry about it. I will talk about my birthday probably every episode leading up to my birthday. But yeah, for my birthday coming up, one thing I'm really looking forward to is getting a nice juicy steak. That's all I really want. Like, give me some drinks, give me a steak, and I'm fucking content. I don't need a single thing else after that. So yeah, man, I'm really looking forward to that. But anyway, if I could only, to answer my own question, if I could only eat, this is harder than it looks, one food for the rest of my life, it would definitely be steak. Let me grill that bad boy up. Yeah, I'll do whatever I need to. Now you can use seasonings, and I specifically said, like, I brought up cereal because my initial thought was like fettuccine alfredo, and I know that's more of a meal than a food. You feel me? Because you got to put a whole bunch of stuff together to get fettuccine alfredo. But that's why I chose steak, and that's why I made sure I mentioned cereal because I felt like it was the easiest way to get across what I meant by, like, you can only choose a food. So if you're gonna say, oh, I'll just do, like, what's another good example? Like, I'll do tacos. Like, no, the fuck you won't, because you're either gonna do taco shells or taco meat, but you're not gonna do tacos. Did that make sense? Am I doing this right? Yeah, it looks like I should be. Maybe I just have it upside down. No. No, I don't. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm just not paying attention. But anyway, let me know your answers in the comments. It's actually great. I Let me commend people who do this, okay? Because there are people who do this all the time, and I've only been doing this for less than 10 minutes. I'm already agitated. Like, I'm already like, when will this end? And I have so many more pieces. So kudos to those people. But anyway, forget those kudos for now, and let's move on to pick your poison. Honestly, one of my favorite things about Dubby is that the flavors taste exactly like what it says it is. And I know that sounds like a bizarre thing to say, right? But sometimes, you ever had, like, what's a really good example? Like a pink lemonade, right? There are some companies that really capture a good pink lemonade, and other companies that just taste like lemonade with syrup in it, right? One thing I really appreciate about Dubby is that the flavors taste like, this tastes like, what is it? What did it say? A mango white peach cooler. That's exactly what this tastes like. Like, it tastes refreshing. It tastes very light. You can taste the white peach in it. Yeah, man. I'm gonna say it here right now. If you are looking for some really good flavor, something refreshing, something with not a lot of caffeine in it. It's not a pre-workout. It's just a really solid energy drink. They also have some really good hydration drinks. Go check out dubby.gg. And if you want to save yourself a little bit of coin, you can use my code, my last brain cell, all one word, and save yourself some money at the checkout. So once again, that's dubby.gg. And you can use my code, my last brain cell, at checkout to get yourself a little bit of savings. Let me chug the rest of this before we move on to pick your poison. It's so good. It makes no sense. All right, so boom. For my anime fans out there, for my manga readers, did you guys hear the news that the newest volume of My Hero Academia is going to have 40 new pages, and that those pages have officially released, and it seems to make the ending hit a little bit better. I was one of those people who definitely felt that the ending lacked, but seeing these new pages, my perspective has changed a bit. Let me know what you guys think. Have every pimple you get last a whole year. Piss take. Tickle, tickle whoever, tickle whoever's in front of you every time you're waiting in line for more than 1 minute. Have your butt in front. no to that one instantly. I think, I don't want to have every pimple I have last a whole year. That just sounds irritating, right? But at the same time, I think it'd be absolutely hysterical. And it says only if I'm in the line for more than 1 minute, right? And so it questions like that are always interesting because I'm always like trying to figure out not ways to circumvent it, but like how does it apply in certain scenarios, right? So I'm not if I'm in a drive-through, am I going to get out of my car and go tickle the person who's parked in front of me waiting for their food? Like, how does that work? Or is it just in situations when I'm standing in a line? Because if it's just that, that's super easy. And I feel like I won't be tickling too many people. But if that's not the case, and I do have to physically remove myself from my vehicle and tickle the person in front of me, first of all, that would make for a crazy story. Could you imagine being the person who got tickled? You walk into your door like you're mumbling and muttering under your breath, and like your partner's like, "Yo, what happened? What's going on?" And you're like, "Yo, some motherfucker got out of his car and fucking started tickling me." And I feel like no one would believe you. That's not a story that anyone's gonna believe. Someone's gonna be like, "What do you even like? Do you hear what you're saying?" And you're like, "No, no, 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 no. I'm so dead ass. Like, I was chilling in my car. I was at the Burger King checkout, and all of a sudden, this guy ran up on me and started fucking tickling me." That would be the funniest story I think I've ever heard in my entire life. I think I would just start cackling if one of my friends or like no, see if it was my girlfriend, that wouldn't be funny. It's only funny if it's a guy and like if a guy tickling another guy happens. That's the only time it's gonna be funny. Because if it happens to a girl, that's just wrong. It shouldn't happen. But again, I it's just not a story that I think I could hear one of my friends tell me. No one could hop in the group chat and be like, "Yo, you would never believe what happened." You're right. I'll be like, "You're right. I don't fucking believe you. What are you talking about?" And how, more importantly, forget that he did it. How did you allow it to happen? Did you put up a fight? Or did you just like sit there and let another man make you key like that while he had his hands all over you? Make it make sense, dog. Make it make sense. So anyway, with that in mind and with thinking how funny it would be, I'm gonna go ahead and tickle whoever's in front of me. Now, again, it may not count in the drive-through setting, but if I'm standing in line, hey, sorry, I have. I feel like every time I see one of these, I always want to say I want a doctor's note to say I have an affliction. It's just something that happens to me. I can't help myself. I'm overcome with this need to tickle you. That's insanity. Anyway, let's move on to the wheel of fun. Hey, I'm not gonna lie, so far, this torso is looking real torso-y. Yeah, that's not a word, but I don't care. Give me grace. Let's spin this wheel. What you got for us today? A fun fact. Let me go break out the handy dandy notebook for you guys. All right, now, for today's fun fact, NFL Super Bowl referees also get Super Bowl rings. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I don't think I could stomach the thought of being a football player, giving it my all throughout the season, making it to the Super Bowl, losing, and then seeing a referee who made the wrong call get a ring before me. I would need to be involved in a celebrity boxing match between myself and that celebrity because you're not, or me, myself and that referee, because you're now a celebrity. You have a Super Bowl ring. You have a super, and it makes me curious how many referees are out here with more Super Bowl rings than actual NFL players. Like think about it this way. The Bills have gone to Super Bowl a few times in the past. Every referee at those Bills games has more Super Bowl rings than the Bills. How devious is that? I couldn't fathom it. Yeah, there's no way that I can be the opposing team not getting a ring and seeing these fucking refs get a ring. Someone, yeah, I would either need that celebrity boxing match or I'm gonna stage a robbery. You're not walking out of here with that ring, and if you do, it won't be on your person long because I deserve it way more than you. Like, and it's not even a consolation prize. They're getting a ring. That's insanity. I wonder if the same applies to like the NBA. Like, I wonder if the refs who officiate the games, yo, this is pissing me off. I wonder if the refs who officiate games in the NBA finals get rings, because that would be, yeah, that's crazy. All you did was run up and down and don't don't get a ring and make a call on me that I didn't like and I not get a ring. Yeah, I'm just saying, man, there's no way. There's no way. What do you want me to do? How am I supposed to know which way is the right way? Oh, that's helpful, actually. Yeah, man. Let me know what you got. Yo, how do you guys feel about that? Could you imagine being ooh, something about that sound was really satisfying. Yeah, yeah. Boom. Look at that. That's what it's supposed to look like. And that's what we got right here. That's only page 1 out of too many. Too many. That's good progress for today. But let me know how you guys feel about that. Isn't that insanity? What would your reaction be? Being on the losing team and seeing a referee get a ring before you, or being on a team that's been to Super Bowl so many times and then walking away without a ring, but every time that ref is on that field, 3 of those niggas get rings. Let me know how you feel. And with that, I bid you adieu. Thanks for stopping by and tuning in as always. I'll see you next time. This is King Echo, signing off.